watched it.
I didn't see it until after just seeing what happened on the broadcast. Like I was watching the end of the broadcast, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like these guys are just fucking around. Like what
I
is he
don't see how you
doing?"
can how you could drive so squiggly just from a brake pedal failure, though.
It wasn't. Did you hear what he was doing? His brake fell off,
Yeah.
right? So he had no brakes. He was trying to scrub speed. So he was purposely freaking going back and forth
Oh,
trying to scrub speed
right.
before the that chicanes after the straight.
I
And
knew
he
he
was
was trying
even
to scrub
doing it,
speed by
yeah.
pinging like downshift, and you can hear it screaming in second.
He's even doing it in the dirt and all that because he can't tow until he fucking gets the car stopped. And they're like, tow it, tow it. And he's like trying to slow it down. It's fucking funny.
I would have still just drove it back.
Yeah, but without brakes,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah,
really
if you're
slow.
going
I would have
slow
just
enough.
grazed it up. I would have just, dragged it up the pit wall to slow down for the hairpin. And then drag it up the garages for the just come to a stop at your
Could you
pit walls.
imagine doing that pit entry with no brake?
It'd be amazing.
You have to get it stopped for the bus stop first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys in quali? Like you
I'm waiting for the
signed up?
button. Yeah.
Oh,
You got a
Like I
lesson
was
a
trying
minute.
to tell you.
oh, I'm trying to sort this stream out. Oh well, no quality for me.
That's all right. You'll get second.
Yeah, everyone will crash again.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna get first, so that's
Hmm.
if he didn't see me.
I'm gonna do well then crash.
Probably my best chance for a podium in the 49, if there ever is one.
Is not crashing in this race. Yeah. So Jamie, got the alien secret yesterday at the end of the race. I asked Mick, I'm like, I can't go any faster in quali than race setup. Like, what do you do? And I'm like, what's the difference and stuff like that. And the key is to go super slow right before the start. Don't use the tires at all. Keep them super low temp. And he's like, you gain like whatever 0.3, 0.4 on the first sector or something.
All right.
And he says he said it works everywhere. He's like, they go super slow out laps. You know, like he's like 50 to like 70 miles an hour or something. I can't remember what he was saying, but keeping it slow.
Interesting. What's your quality time, Phil? Have you even got one yet?
No,
Oh no.
I'll be alright.
Just
Yeah.
watch out for Jasmine Beach. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
If she's in the race. Come on, green button.
Yeah, she's.
It says cannot join.
Yeah, that's what mine says too. I'm still in fucking third.
What have you got the results up now?
In quali, yeah, I'm third in quali.
What would here we go. What would a 145 get me? A 145. That'll get me pole. What would a 645 get me?
645. 1 is 10th and 9 is 11th. Oh, join button came up.
All right. Okay.
So annoying. I've got to set everything up.
Camel's gonna be nuts today.
Oh my god. I'm not falling asleep after this race. Like I did. When did I do that? The last broadcast 49 race I did, I fell asleep and missed Camel.
You need some kind of alternative alarm clock, like
Mhm.
one that like gives
Just
you a shock or something. Like
my bed just collapses or something at a certain, at a certain time, and I just fall to the ground. That would do the trick.
You seen like Colin Firth's alarm clock?
The bed shaker for his kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
see the what in first?
God, do you know Colin Firth on YouTube?
No.
Oh, it's just some crazy British
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to watch his videos. He's like a
Jesus.
crazy British inventor guy, and he just makes all this ridiculous stuff.
Oh, I'd like that. To put a link up for that guy.
You would
sometime.
like it. He's crazy as well.
I love that shit. There's like a.
He makes
I
like
like watching electrical ones. There's another guy that does this audio shit that's fucking amazing. He
yeah.
take like panels of like MDF and things and hooking up these like almost like you go to like just a driver they're using for like the shakers and stuff in sim racing, like just those things, and he's showing the science behind like doing it. He makes them like these hanging on fish wire speakers that sound better than fucking like $10,000 speakers, and he's like showing it vibrate and the patterns that develop with like sand and sugar over the top of them, and like figuring out the right place to put it, the size. Yeah, it's fucking crazy shit. Like I'm watching it going, I would never pick to watch something like this, but this is so fucking interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Well, Colin Fears makes like what does he make? Phil? Video. A belt out of knives that spins.
Yeah, that thing was so he could cut vegetables. He recently made, I don't know if you've seen this one yet, Jamie. He made a pulse jet rope swing. So he's like welded a BMX to a pulse jet, and then he's dangling off a rope under a crane and like swinging around on it.
He does some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
The hovercraft he made. That's years old now,
Yeah.
but that's fucking insane. It's just death written all over it.
They're cool though.
Oh yeah.
Are you in? Are you getting ready
Yeah.
to go out?
I can see the bridge. I just left the
Me too.
pit thing.
Alright, good luck, you guys.
I'm gonna mute
Uh-oh.
myself just for this quali.
Yeah,
Second.
I won't say anything anyway.
I will too. I'll just shut up.
Alright, I'll just.
I assume they can't hear me again.
I'm just dribbling to the last bit.
Yeah. Right, hello everyone.
Okay, I'm dead.
You can't hear me, can you, Jamie? No, okay, good, I am muted. So, if anybody's watching, this week is Lotus 49 Nords Life. I haven't qualified because I forgot both times. We've got Jamie and Rob in the chat with me. They're just in a qualifying session at the moment. This race is mostly about just making it to the end, so you won't be seeing any lap records from me.
Fucking slide off track, you fucker. He's doing good.
I absolutely fucked it. Because not long after Floodplatz, just that fast bit after Floodplatz.
Yeah.
Was the next braking zone. Yeah, it just
When was that weird after the carousel? That weird little left-hander where you can go a little wide. Like after,
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
when you track out, I fucking just tracked out the shade too much.
Oh well. Do you talk looking at the back row?
No,
Oh, I nearly made a whole outlap there without crashing.
This is going to be crazy if you survive starting from the back. Could be an epic one, or it could be
I think you'll be more starting
one to
mid-pack.
forget.
Well, I started 5th yesterday, and I didn't have a quality time.
16.
Oh, there was still
So-
16 yesterday. Nice.
As long as people haven't put quality times in, you're gonna start quite a long way up anyway.
Yeah.
You really are. It is time to register.
I've just registered. It's 15
now.
already.
Yeah, no, I'm 16.
Nice.
I'm just joining you now, so I'll be 17.
17. Where does this split, Rob? Do you know?
Maybe like 40-ish.
All right. Yeah, I don't think we'll get 40.
Wait. Oh, Phil, why are you so stupid? I just click test on track instead of. I wonder if I can just force close it.
You can if you get your task manager up.
Yeah.
I've done that before. Like, oh, I don't want to wait for this fucking loading.
Okay. Last time I did that, I think I started having that issue where it was telling me like
Oh, your grey button was like great. Your button was greyed out and shit.
like easy anti-cheat was like
Oh.
some code for something because I shut it down, like ended the task. So hopefully I don't get that again.
Oh, sorry. My wife just came in. She's going to work.
What's the time for you?
It's 9:15 about a.m.
Nice time to start work.
She's she manages a jewelry store, so they start a little later, but then they work fucking later too.
Right, yeah. She got to shut up every night. Shut up shop.
They gotta like lock it down.
Yeah.
Like put all the jewelry away, and on the weekdays until Thursday, the store's open till 8 p.m. and then after that it's open till 9 p.m. on the weekends and Fridays.
Okay.
Except for a Sunday. Sunday's only open 6. It's like opens later, like 11 or 12.
Yeah, a lot of businesses, I'm sure it was on Sunday. Maybe,
yeah.
If they open at all, that is. Right, I'm gonna go grab a drink and get myself sorted for this race. 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. YouTube doesn't seem to want to change my thumbnail. I've changed it like 3 times and it keeps going back to the picture of the Nissan.
Yeah, I've seen it. I
Oh.
saw it recently. Something came up. Can't remember what that was. I clicked on it to see what it was because of the thumbnail.
Hmm.
I'm like, what is that one? I don't remember that one. But
The stream of the Spa 24 was the same thumbnail.
that's what it was. I went and was watching your stream.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what you guys were saying about me when I fucking smashed up during the race.
Can't remember what we were saying. I remember it was a bit weird because your brake lights came on, didn't they? Going down the
Yeah.
straight, which is a bit strange.
Yeah.
It was going 3 wide down the straight, like at night. I was just like, oh no. Well, like you didn't initiate the 3 wide, you were the leading car, so the other 2 made it 3 wide. But
I must have hit my brake because it's definitely not just those right light came on. It fucking slowed down a little. Like I don't know what the fuck. But whatever.
well, that guy in the red and white BMW, he was
On the left, yeah.
he was up near the front at the start, and Jimmy's stream, he's criticising him all through the first stint, how aggressive he was.
Oh yeah.
So, like, it was pretty aggressive of him to try and go 3 wide at that moment.
I'm so upset that I fucking fucked that one up because like later it was so weird. In the same stint where I went back on the track, I ended up I was not driving that good. And when the guys were looking, I was doing like 218s and I think I put in a high 217. Right? And my fucking head was fucked after doing that. And then when Dave was like 10 seconds back and then he was gradually closing me down, right? And it was nothing like I didn't want to beat Dave, but it was like I really just was like, all right, you got to fucking drive your fucking ass off to just maintain this gap to Dave. I don't want to be close to Dave again. Right? Like and I actually started driving fucking really, really good. And I was down on the straights, but I was driving better than I think I've ever have in like every fucking corner, braking zone, and I managed to run some high 216s and a lot of like almost 217 flats. When like later, like as I kept going in the race, I ended up fucking running 4 stints in a row. Then just kept going. I was having fun. One of them, I freaking ran out of gas in the last bus stop and like just putted my way all the way to the thing.
Yeah.
But I was running with like a lot of the leaders. When they would come through, they could only catch me on the straights, but I could definitely keep my gaps with like even the fastest guys on track every other place.
Yeah.
So I wish I didn't fuck that race up because I could have run some really good laps and I think I had a good chance of getting us much closer up.
Yeah, I was. we probably gave up a little bit quick as well, but we had 11 minutes of repairs from like the stupidest contact. It was ridiculous.
So I watched that all back too. See what happened to you guys, and then how the car was driving afterwards.
Yeah.
I bet you yours wasn't as down on top speed as much as mine. So I bet you could have run even faster laps. And looking back at it, by the time I left 4 stints later, it was like basically make it to the halfway point of the race. I'd gotten myself up to 21st, or 22nd, one of those two, and I'd made up already like 4 or 5 spots. And a couple were from someone crashing, but I actually was passing people.
Yeah. We lost so many laps though. I don't think we would have caught anybody. And
it's Spa 24 or something.
Yeah, it's hard to motivate yourself after a crash like that.
That's exactly what I was like. I think I was meant to get back in the car, wasn't I, after you, Rob? And I was like, oh, yes. I think I was the winner. Like,
In retrospect, I think that it wasn't that bad. I think if we all stuck with it, I mean, we would have got I bet we would have got top 15 at least.
oh yeah, sure. I think we could have as well after it, man. I was just, in you know, in
And
the
it's like
moment.
we knew we weren't gonna win anyway for the most part. You know, like, I mean, you
No,
might every
but
once in a while, but
I
most
don't
likely
know.
you're like,
Our pace was okay for a top 5.
yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys
Yeah, but
had the
it all
same
had to
pace
go
as
your
us,
way, too.
and
Yeah.
we were in the top 5 until Dave's wheel wasn't connected.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Well, not funny, but that was weird.
Yeah.
We thought we was
Yeah.
the first thing we thought was like Dave was just like really putting pressure on himself, kind of thing, and he
Yeah,
was
that's
just
what
driving
I thought.
bad. And he's like, oh man, he just like kind of felt really bad for him.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Yeah.
That's actually the thought I still
Then
had.
he was like,
when
oh,
I
he's
was
got to
in
get
the
in and
car.
do the driver shit still. I was like, oh fuck.
That sucks that happened to him.
Yeah, I'm glad what did happen though. Instead of him, just being slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause you know what he's like when he's off pace. He fucking stresses like mad.
yeah. Can spiral. He's doing better, I think.
His
Yeah.
pace was fine at Spa.
Yep. Yeah.
When he got back in.
Those
Yeah.
other guys on your team were pretty quick too, like Bryce and.
Yeah,
what's
I
the
think
other guy's
you-
name?
I think overall you had the quicker average lap for the team out of all 4 drivers.
Who did?
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ben I knew was quick because he'd been in practice sessions with us and he was the same as everyone else, like on pace with us. Bryce, when he was in the practice with us, wasn't as quick, but he seemed to be quick when it was the race. So whether he got a lot more
Yeah.
practice in, I don't know. And then Dave was probably 3/4 of a second, half a second off. So
Yeah.
we had a strong team. I just keep thinking I could have left that Mercedes more room, but I don't know. You shouldn't have to give people that much room.
No, that was stupid. That was. I couldn't.
That's one. Yeah, that's one of those.
That was
You
rough.
did exactly the right thing, but I can understand what you think. It's like, well, it's such a long race. Who gives a like? Why bother even taking any chances practically? But if you're fucking
Yeah.
racing, so what are you supposed to do? Just fucking
Yeah.
get out of everyone's way? Like
Yeah,
what? It's such. I don't know.
and
I guess it's just picking your battles, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, and for a bit of context, I'd passed him in the previous stint, like on track, and then the only reason he was in front is because they didn't take tyres. So I knew
Oh right.
that I was like way faster and better on the brakes. So I was just like, if I can get up his inside into the bus stop, I can just drive round his outside. Yeah. And then I tried to go around the outside and he just misses the apex and wipes. And then we just got so unlucky with the damage we got from it.
I couldn't believe the damage you got from that. I was like, wow. That was brutal.
Hmm.
You know
I think
the
you
guy
got hit
that was
twice, though,
behind
didn't
me?
you?
The guy that was poking and prodding me when I was behind Dave in the Ferrari.
Yeah.
I fucking passed that guy's ass later on in the night with a damaged car. I was like, you're fucking. That's all I was thinking is like, you're not fucking faster than me, asshole. And like, my mind was fucking me that race.
Yeah.
I couldn't not fucking get stressed. You guys gotta be a fucking mental coach for me next time. Say, Rob, stop it. Like you look like you're fucking doing stupid shit. Don't do that.
For the next special event, I'm having a coffee machine in my room. So the last 2 events, we've died when I've just wanted coffee. I come back and we're in the pits like, what the fuck has happened?
I think next time, well, hopefully we won't crash, but next time I've got to make like a more of an effort to keep going after a crash and not just give up as soon as
I think
something
so
happens.
I'm bad.
Like
for
I want
that.
to finish. We got to start fucking finishing a higher percentage before we can say, you know what? That's like it's almost. It should be a success just to finish. For
Yeah,
us.
because
Yeah.
Yoni and Mike, Yoni crashed in the first stint, and had to go take repairs, and they carried on for the rest of the race, and ended up like
With,
10th or whatever.
Did
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
like
nice.
missing top speed?
Yeah.
Oh, they
And
would have, yeah.
like I know exactly what we'd be like if we crashed and we were down on top speed in the first stint. We'd be like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we was last year, weren't we?
Yeah. Well, yeah,
We
we.
go back out, and I came back out with the fucking leaders, didn't I? That was right.
Yeah.
And I killed people.
That wasn't
I
your
wanted to
fault though. That
continue.
was ridiculous because they caught you going up Eau Rouge and they tried to pass you going up Eau Rouge, which is
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
Yeah, I couldn't go anywhere at all.
I think we should have some kind of rule that's like, you know, if the car is still
Unless you got steering
within a
damage.
certain period of time, yeah, well, that some kind of judgment has to be made. But then, like what it was this time, if your car is like within a certain amount of time off of pace is normal,
Yeah.
then we should stick with it. And if it's, you know, like fucking 5 seconds off pace, you know what, and it won't repair anymore, then that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like now we're becoming like a hindrance on track, kind of.
Yeah. Maybe you get it repaired and then do the next stint, or
Yeah.
and then see how you feel. Because like in the moment of the crash, you always feel like, oh.
Oh yeah, I was.
Like I wanted to continue, but there was no way I was trying to convince my teammates to do something after I was responsible for the crash. So
No,
I was
and I
like,
was probably the
no, I
one to
don't care,
convince
whatever you
Ben
want.
to call it
Yeah.
a night as well, if anything. I think.
Yeah. Well, next one's Bathurst 1K, so definitely gonna have a crash in that.
Mhm. I can't. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna have a crash. Do those cars repair well?
Yeah,
know.
they're pretty tough. Yeah. I
hope
watch
so.
a lot of their broadcasts, and you can knock the front wing completely off, and it'll still be like reasonably competitive. So
Nice. That's good.
yeah, they take a hit pretty well.
I wonder if they still roll.
How do we end up?
Oh, the
doing-
grip roll.
When we were in the BMW at Bathurst, how did we end up finishing that one?
Our very first.
Yeah, the first one we did, we finished.
Yeah.
This year's one, we were in the Audis, and I crashed it so hard it sunk through the pit lane.
Oh yeah. Me
So-
and Phil only did that. And
There was another Dave Reed and someone else, but they crashed like early on. I think it might have just been Dave and Reed actually.
oh yeah, they were in the same race as well, weren't they?
Yeah, but they had an early crash.
We were in the Audi, like LMS car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
remember that.
I don't. You
must
wasn't
not have been
racing.
in that. Okay.
No. It was just me and Phil on the team, and then yeah, Dave and Reed, and maybe someone else. I don't know.
Oh,
Was it a 12-hour race?
yeah.
Yeah, it was 12 on that.
Nick was on their team as well because I remember he came out later and just drove the damaged car for a bit,
Oh right.
just to get some laps.
35 people, someone just said. 36.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I hope most of them haven't qualified.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this will be a good stream. 36th to the wall in one lap.
No matter how short. Yeah. That'll be good.
Has Mick been practicing, or is his wrists giving him trouble?
I haven't seen him yet today.
Hmm.
He was-
He was using session midweek with me.
Oh yeah, he raced last night, but yesterday he said he wouldn't be.
Yeah, he started going
His
slow,
tendinitis. Yeah.
and he was
his
having
wrist.
trouble
What,
with
you
his
got
wrists.
arthritis, or-
Tendinitis.
Yeah,
Oh.
he said he was basically sanding a car all day long yesterday, jumped off, and it was just like all of a sudden his wrist was really fucked. And it happens to him, he says a lot.
I remember
Good
him.
work and freaking playing drums, you know.
He's always doing shit like that.
It's like an
Sounds like-
overuse type scenario.
Always repairing, he's doing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
restores
what was
the
people's
injury?
cars and stuff.
What was that injury he posted, I guess, a year or two ago?
Oh,
a bike. He broke something.
he also ripped his bicep off, I think. He was tightening the oil filter on his car. He's got a Dodge Challenger, and he was just tightening the oil filter up by hand, and he just felt something like rip, and he tore his bicep, so he couldn't race for ages after that.
You know.
He was racing.
One-handed.
Yeah, racing one-handed. I remember he had
I
a
would try that.
big crash at Silverstone. I was watching when I used to watch the broadcasts, and you see him crash, and then he just like instantly quit, and I was like, oh shit, he's just like really hurt his shoulder and arm again, because he probably instinctively like grabbed the wheel with both hands or something.
Yeah. Oh well, I haven't even done a lap today. Here we go.
I've done clean out laps.
So the split is 40.
Oh.
All right.
How much time is left?
It's 39, 14:30. So.
All right.
Sign up to done.
Oh, so it's time right now. I'm gonna pull off. So I can join in quick enough.
I haven't been as far as a carousel today yet.
Oof, the kink at the end of
the
kink at the end of the straight is scary to take flat.
Oh, I don't take it flat. I do lift just to be not in the wall, I think.
Yeah. You have to kind of turn in and get the rear to slide a little bit just to make it round.
Yeah.
I'm flat through that. It's the one after it that I'm borderline. I'm definitely not staying.
Oh, I'm braking before that one.
That braking zone is scary as.
Yeah.
Scary as hell.
I brake there, then I come back off the brake, go through that turn with like no inputs, and then brake again. I don't want to be braking and turning at that speed.
No. Oh boy.
It's the wimpy way to do it.
I do a really subtle brake on the first one, and then a pretty hard brake. Do the same thing. Get off. Get straight. Pretty hard brake, and stay as far left as I can, and hope I don't spin in the rest part. I was looking at VRS. I'm losing most of my times in you have to have really big balls sections, like the compression, like Michelle and freaking Mick. They're just on full throttle way fucking later, and like going on the uphill sections where, like the really fast uphill straight in the earlier part of the lap. Like they don't lift. They're fucking full throttle all through all of those sections, and I'm like kind of lifting over little rises and stuff. Like don't die, and they're just fucking on it.
Yeah. I don't have like the Nissan and the Audi. I have that like sort of trust. Like
Yeah.
You know, if you get a bit of wheel spin or something like that, you're like, oh, I got it. But this car, it's like, oh, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. You never, if you get the slightest little bit of wheel spin, you're not sure if it's gonna turn into a massive accident or if it's just gonna be all right.
Yeah, especially if you end up like overcorrecting or something, it just ends up shooting you fucking somewhere.
I think you'd have to be driving this thing for years before you get to that point where you're like comfortable with it.
On this track, I'm not sure if anyone ever gets all the way there. I think they have to make themselves almost.
Yeah. That's kind of my hope for today is if people are racing each other, they'll be pushing and then there'll be more mistakes. So
the tough part is going to be if someone's right on your ass, like keeping your composure.
Yeah. That might help me.
On the grid.
Keep me concentrating.
We are 20th. Oh fuck, we're 20th. Yeah, Phil, you're like 18th.
Okay.
Jasmine's next year, so you might be able to get her before to win.
What am I on the grid? I'm fucking second.
Holy shit!
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Steve Bycroft's in your 5th.
Dive bomb Michelle into turn 1.
Yeah.
The problem with being 18th and 20th is if the inevitable crashes happen, we're probably going to be dodging cars. We'll be like 49s upside down in the middle of the track. We have to drive around them.
Yeah.
Did you do any setup tweaks for that issue you had yesterday, Rob? Or have you just...
I changed my gearing to Michelle's gearing, which is a little different, and I think it is a little easier in a few of those areas like that. But the setup tweak to that one is in my front and right foot. I'm fucking being a little easier coming through there.
Yeah. Because
No one's gonna fucking pass me there anyway.
Since I watched that crash, I can go through there now, and I can feel the car doing that same thing where it sort of bobs down and jumps, but...
I think I'm running, I guess it'd be 26 liters or so, but I might be easier on the throttle pedal than you are.
Oh. Someone's dead.
Oh yeah. People crashing in the warm-up, that's a good sign. Oh my god, it's like endless yellow flags. That always confuses me here as well, because the green flag stays out for like half the lap.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, he was right. I was thinking American gallons versus Imperial. I guess 32 liters. Sorry about that.
At a glance, it looks yellow to me, so I'm always like, oh, it's a yellow flag.
That's what I get when I try to do conversions in my head driving around the Nords life.
That turn before Celtic Cross is awesome too, because you can like drift all the way through it.
Don't know where that is.
I don't know where that is.
You know the sort of, it's not a straight, it's like the flat out section after the Flugplatz jump.
Oh right, yeah.
And then one of the lefts is like over a crest, so the back of the car comes out and you just like drift all the way through.
Ah, that is a nice corner.
That's the sort of drift that's not scary,
Yeah.
because it's just a little bit of slip
I can
angle.
normally multitask around here, not in this car.
Oh, I'm doing embroidery, I don't know about you guys. I've got some knitting on the go whilst I drive around.
I'm cooking the Sunday roast for tomorrow.
Yeah.
At the same time, just stuffing the chicken at the moment.
You see they had that iRacing race on NBC?
Yes.
That was
I did
cool.
See it, but I've heard of it.
Oh, I missed it. Was it already on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can watch the whole thing.
Okay.
Oh, it's
I want to see that.
I was actually expecting like the studio, the guys in the studio to be a little bit sort of snarky about the whole thing, but they were actually really cool because the two guys they had both iRace, and they both own teams in the Peak series, so
That's cool.
they were like invested in it. They had their people that they drafted as drivers and stuff. Like Logan Clampett, who was one of the drivers that was on one of the guys' teams.
Right.
He was talking about how much practice they do and stuff like that. It was really cool. They were actually really like respectful of how much effort goes into it, and not just be like, oh, it's just a video game.
Yeah.
He even said at one
They were
point,
helping sell it.
yeah, he even says at one point it's not. It might look like a video game, but it's really not.
Yeah.
It's a simulation. So it was really cool. Because usually sim racing just gets mocked by everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, look, remember that
That's-
Jimmy
it's a lot
Broadbent video
better.
Hmm.
on the news? What was it? That American news channel, whatever it was.
Yeah, mocking him for wearing gloves.
Yeah. Right.
Alright.
I'll see you at the checkered chappies.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
See you later. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
Okay. Didn't realise how steeply uphill this bit is.
Mm. It's fucking nerve-wracking the first like half of this lap. First section.
You should see how many cars are in front of me. If you're nervous.
Green flag, green flag.
down, man. Keep going them down. Can't be too long till we got a pit. Okay, but as of right now, we're short making it. On your left. Still there. Clear.
This is scary.
I'm in first.
Nice. Me and Jamie are still alive.
Nice.
Front of you, front of you, front of you. On your right. Clear, clear.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I see all you guys in a big wad back there.
Yeah, I was trying to survive, eh?
That's it. Go ahead, sir. No problem.
You didn't have to do that, but thanks.
right side. Still there. They're by half. Minute 57.01. Game. Come on, you bitches, get out the way. We're going to the front.
You still leading, Rob?
No. I'm in second.
I'm up to 10th.
Nice.
Jamie's 11th.
I'm in second. I got like a 2-second gap to third and fourth.
Nice.
Michelle's just too fast. I ran an amazing section and he's fucking fast.
Yeah.
Minute 43.599.
guys still doing good?
Yeah, I caught up to 9th.
Nice.
I just can't get past him, but I'll get him on the straight, hopefully.
Yeah.
And Jamie's catching me because I'm stuck behind this guy, so could end up me and Jamie fighting at some point.
Well, that would definitely be typical
Yeah,
and good. Better than someone else, almost.
yeah.
Right side. Clear, door. Clear, clear, clear.
Like, what's going on? There's lap cars coming up pretty soon.
Oh god.
They're being pretty good about it. One of them was off the side. The other one pulled way out of the way. In a good spot.
Yeah.
He was one of them.
Jumping at a white flag this time.
Hugh has really upped his pace.
Yeah.
I was catching him, but we're equal now.
Some guys are just really good at certain tracks too. Like, this might be one of his favorites.
Yeah.
I like how there's a lot more people mixing up the series. Like,
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Man, I'm just wimping around at this point.
6 minutes 43, 27, 2, 1. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
I made him crack.
You?
Yeah, that's 8th.
Nice.
Woo! I got the lead lap. Woo! Hey, yeah, I saw you coming, man.
Yay.
Nice. You stay second.
Yep. I'm done too. That's the yay.
Yeah, nice.
Nothing stress.
I just got the straight and the last bit, and then I'm 8th. Jamie might get 10th if he can pass Steve on the straight.
I'll be done doing interviews before I get finished.
Yeah, same. I can't believe I extend it.
That's a rare treat, I get a lead lap.
Yeah, Jamie got him.
Yeah, nice.
That was my fastest lap too, of 42.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even look at any of my fucking race. I was like, oh man. That
Yeah, I
was...
guess there's always the next time.
Always.
Good racing, folks.
Yeah, that was fun. I was trying to put as much pressure on you as I could.
Yeah, congrats.
I don't think I had any incidents actually. Makes a change. My start was ridiculous. I got a really good start and I was just like, I don't want to ruin this, so I'm just gonna go for it.
So what are the odds of us getting another official race at some point this weekend?
0-0. Oh, hello?
Hello.
I'm fucking so good.
Hey, Jim.
I'm absolutely dripping.
Oh, do you see my start?
No.
I think this is a good shot, especially we're at Nords.
My start was hilarious.
Yep, same.
I was
I spun it
watching the
early
relative. I
and
thought you were gonna catch
pushing
Steve.
and that always
I did get Steve in the end.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
was
right.
watching to see if I thought you would when you got to the straight. You closed the gap up enough in the last lap.
I thought I could have got him like halfway around the lap, but he closed the
Yep.
gap. I just backed out of it. It's like a bit silly to
I'm still
force it there.
trying to
And
forget
then
my normal braking zones.
I
around
could
this
have got him
track.
like
That's cut me out quite a few
I don't know,
times.
maybe like 30 seconds before the big straight at the end. But I was like, oh no, he's just gonna draft back past me. So I just sat behind him. But I couldn't get him on the straight. I had to get him on the brakes after the fucking last kink.
Yeah.
Went right into his eight side. I thought it was gonna be in the wall. I broke so late.
In
Compared
the
to usual.
last kink?
Yeah, as you come under the
Man.
bridge. I was still
Yeah,
behind him. I was just like on his right rear.
Oh, really? I'm gonna watch that.
that's gonna look good. That's fucking balls. I don't like that area at all.
Next week.
All
was
by
scary.
myself, I
Should be
don't like
fun.
that area.
Oh fucking hell, Jamie! Around this outside. Jesus.
Go to the other side of the spectrum and get all the downforce you want.
I would die if I tried to do that.
It was insane, man.
Oh man.
The lap 1 was absolutely insane. I gained like 8 positions on lap 1.
Yeah, I passed 4 people off the start. I had a good start. I was just like, I'm not lifting. I'm just gonna go 3 wide with people.
I thought you had a good start, yeah, because I had a pretty. Well, I got held up by Jasmine and someone else after turn 1. I was like, well, I forced a 3 wide through the middle in the end.
Yeah.
Just to get past. But that could have ended straight away. But yeah, I seen you as like a few positions ahead already, so I was like, oh shit, I was already like 4 cars ahead. And then once I was just constantly watching the gap to you.
Yeah, when I think when I got past Ian is when I got the gap to you.
That was pretty impressive pass, actually. That was good.
And she got stuck behind Ian for a lap or so.
Yes, yeah. I was hoping Steve Hogan was gonna, when you were side by side down the street, I was like, oh, I was just before the street. I was like, oh, if Steve stays ahead for one more lap, that'd be perfect. I was gaining on YouTube whilst he was ahead.
Oh, I had some. Oh, Philip Urquhart on the first lap over the Flugplatz was hilarious. I thought I was done for. He must have slammed the brakes, but like way too late, so he like nosedived. And then he started spinning. He saved it. And then he crashed about 2 corners after that, but I thought I was done for. I had a few scary ones over there where I just went too fast and I was like in the air for too long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my last lap I got a bit more air than usual. I was like, oh fuck. But I never got wiggly over there. I had a few moments with the rear stepped out and the braking behind Ian and stuff. I almost rear-ended him a couple of times.
It's funny, it's like not a corner to try and gain lap time, but for some reason I was like, I'll just brake a little bit later into Flugplatz. Like, no, don't do that. I only did it one time and I was like, no, that's far too much air. I don't want to do that again.
I want to see lap 1 actually. Start. Oh, you got an epic launch. Everyone else bogged down. I see what you mean. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
I bogged down a bit as well, quite a bit.
I was just saying that
Oh no, I backed out of the free wide. Sorry.
it was uphill, so I was like, I'll give it some extra revs because we're going uphill, and it sort of
I was
worked
right
out.
on the outside of the last corner.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad though. I think everyone bogged down. I held it at just under 8,000 on the revs for the start, because I'm normally about 7,000, low 7,000s. I think we're in a bit of a longer gear one, but still, yeah, got 0 wheel spin or anything. Proper bogged down. The guys at the back were so slow. They were going through like, they didn't get out of gear 2 until like, I don't know, turn 7.
Yeah, I was lucky that I got past like most of the slow people straight away.
I think that's where most of the gap came from. Yeah, and then like you said, when you got past Ian and I was stuck behind him.
Yeah, it was about 2 seconds, and then when I passed Ian held you up for like.
The last 3 laps. Lap 3 I gained 7 temps on you. Lap 4 I gained 8 temps, and the last lap you gained 1.6 seconds. Doing Young was at least 10 seconds a lap quicker. That is insane.
Yeah.
He was so fast.
I did see one lap, he was 18 seconds quicker. I didn't have one spin or anything. It's like, fuck it, how?
I did a 42. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Did you? Oh yeah, 42.4 was your last lap. Oh, your PB as well. I think I had a 43.0. It might have been just a 42, maybe.